What is up, people? Mr. Fallio here, bringing you another video. So this is another video on Scream-A-Geddon. This is actually the full-on review. I did a review of each house. Now I wanted to review the park as a whole. Now, I believe it's closed now, or it's about to be. Today's the 2nd that I'm filming this. I think the last day is the 4th. So they're gonna be. But for until next year, next Halloween, hopefully they continue, and then hopefully by then I'll have a girlfriend to bring with me. But anyway, I'm gonna do a little bit of a review. I don't know what I said, what I didn't, but Bedlam 3D was the first house I went in. That was really good. I liked it. A lot of them, or all of them, were clowns, and you have to put on these 3D glasses because most of the stuff inside the house was painted with 3D paint. So while you're wearing the glasses, everything pops out at you more. And the very first thing that you run into is a whole bunch of skulls on both sides of the walls, and so they look like they're popping out at you. I actually ran into one with my arm and scraped my arm a little bit on it. It didn't actually leave any marks, but I did run into it. And then there was that one part where one of the clowns, you didn't see them, but when you went by, they took a hammer and they slammed it down onto a barrel. It scared the shit out of me. And then there was one other cool part where there's water on both sides of you, and with the glasses it makes it also look like you're walking through water because it reflected the water into the walkway that you're in, so it kind of looks like you're walking through the green water that was there. So that was pretty cool. And then of course the tunnel where the spinning thing while the ground was moving, and I was going freaking, like, I wasn't dizzy at all, right? The spinning thing, I was like, it's just the walls, the floor is fine, I'm gonna be fine. If the floor was straight and didn't move, I would have been fine, because stuff like that doesn't bother me, no matter if it's in 3D popping out or what. It does not bother me. Problem was, the floor did move, and that made me dizzy. So I almost fell 3 or 4 times before I got to the end. I was leaning so hard on the handrail. And then finally I got out, and that was nice. And then the second thing I did was the hayride. I was going to do the hayride first because usually that's the tamest part of any attraction, is the hayride. It's just a nice start to it, but they were closed at that time. So I did the hayride second, and sadly that one was a dud. But I think because they missed the guy jumping from the trees with bungee cords or whatever. I guess they had that, or a building or whatever. I guess they had that at one point, but they didn't anymore. And then I guess there was a witch scene that they scrapped for whatever reason. I don't know if they didn't have the actress anymore or what. But at least that's what I've heard from people. I don't know if that's a fact or not. But another problem with the hayride is there was a lot of empty space. You knew exactly where the scares were because it was at each building, or each structure is where the scares were. There was a whole bunch of empty space with just woods and stuff, and it didn't have a single actor in any of that. I don't know why, because that's where you wouldn't expect it, is in between buildings, because you can't see shit in between buildings. You can't tell if anybody's sitting out there or not. That would have been the best thing. That's what Headless Horseman does in New York, where they can come out of nowhere with chainsaw. All of a sudden a chainsaw starts while you're going to the next building, and you have people jumping on the hayride itself and acting like they're gonna freaking cut your arm off or something. And then you have the Headless Horseman coming and swiping at the people that are at the end with the scythe. But they didn't have any of that, which sucked. But it was okay. it was still okay. They had a cool spot, a couple cool spots there anyway. It was just because of how predictable it was, that's what killed it off. Next one was the prison. That one was good. I definitely enjoyed that one. It was pretty cool seeing the people that had the necklaces which let them know that you're allowing them to grab you. Then they'll put you in the prison with them, and they'll the one guy tried to shove somebody inside of the fridge, a cooler type thing. It was really tight. And stuff like that. That would have been cool, but I'm not going to wear a necklace unless I'm with somebody. Even though they'll separate from your group, it's just as long as I knew that somebody else was going through it with me, that'd be nice. But it was cool to watch anyway. Next one was Dark Woods or Dead Woods or something like that. And that was pretty cool. That was a long one, which I really liked. And you go through the whole woods with nothing but a glow stick to light your way. Only thing that ruined it was there was a backup like halfway through where a bunch of the crowds that already went ahead of us were stopped for some reason. Like either they were going way too slow, or they just stopped and was just looking at everything or whatever, and it just backed everybody else up. That kind of ruined it, because then the scares ahead of us, we already knew exactly where they were, except for the one guy that was like really, really loud. Even though we knew that it was coming, it still scared us anyway, my group. But yeah, that was a cool one. Though, it would be nice if they had scares in between building to building, because again, they only had scares in each structure, not in between. I don't know why. And then finally was the zombie house. I don't even remember everything, but it was just a whole bunch of zombies, and I just loved it just because I love zombies, so that was pretty cool. And then the main area where you're surrounded by all five of the attractions, and you have so you could choose to go whatever attraction you want, or you could choose to eat something or buy a t-shirt or whatever. And then you have the campfire, and you could buy s'mores to then make s'mores around the campfire, as well as be around several scare actors that will be around there every so often to try to scare people while they're just there, because they don't expect it there when they're like talking to each other or ordering something or whatever. So far, I have not seen anybody get scared while they're eating, and I hope they don't do that because of a choking hazard. I think they did that on purpose so that they don't cause somebody to choke, which is a good idea. But they will still go up to you if you're sitting down. If you're not eating, they will scare you while you're sitting down, or while you're trying to order something from the merchandise store or whatever. They will still come up to you and scare you that way too, which is cool. You can also ask them for I gotta sneeze. Sorry. You can also ask the scarers for a picture. Usually they won't break. I don't think they'll break character, but they'll still let you take a picture with them. Let's take a selfie with them, whatever you want to call it. And that was pretty cool too. I was going to, but I didn't. And it did seem like they were missing a few scare actors the day that I went, which is a Monday, because that was my only day off. But thank you, Scream-A-Geddon, for actually being open on Mondays, because freaking Halloween Horror Nights don't ever open on Mondays, and neither did Howl Scream, which is in Busch Gardens. Neither of them opened on Mondays. And neither did the one place that had like a really, really good scare rating, and it was going to be their last year. No Mondays. I don't understand. But Scream-A-Geddon, you guys went for it, and you guys let me actually have a Halloween experience, because you were open on Mondays. You were the only place in the entire area open on Mondays that I seen. And that was really cool, and I thank you for that. One negative that I really found to definitely needs changing: the bathrooms. They have porta potties. They have quite a few porta potties So there's definitely an option. There's not like a huge backup of lines and stuff. But because they're porta potties, people ruin them very quickly, and they were very, very dirty by like 9 o'clock. I don't know if they clean them every day. I'm assuming they do. But the first time I went to the bathroom was 9 o'clock, and it was already nasty. There was already pee everywhere and toilet paper everywhere and whatever else. So I didn't even bother to do anything but pee. Then I came out and washed my hands in the sink that they had, because they have a sink outside, portable sink. But if they can somehow come up with an actual bathroom system, build a bathroom area somehow, I think that would be a good idea, because the porta potty system really does not work. Because people, I mean, of course people will ruin any bathroom anyway, but at least it will be more wide open, and multiple people can go in at the same time, and people won't trash it as quickly as they do a porta potty, because porta potties, they don't give a damn, because they already go into it believing it's dirty, so it doesn't really matter if they dirty it anymore. At least a regular bathroom, people tend to be a little bit more decent. That was the only negative that I found. Everything else was amazing. I loved it. If you go by yourself, it is a little dull, if that makes any sense. Like, it was really good, but it's not as enjoyable as if you had somebody with you. And I would have taken my mom, but I don't think that she would have done well with the strobe lights in the one house, and of course the moving floor. So she chose not to go. I asked her, I said, "Are you sure?" And she said, "Yeah, I can't." So sadly she couldn't go either. But hopefully, if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, if whatever, bring them, because I guarantee that it'll be a much more enjoyable time. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.